Yogis. How are you? Very late to be sending in this video. Better late than never. It's been a very big day. How are you feeling? So this is our fourth video for tweens and teens, and parents are welcome to join in the practice. We think you get a lot out of it as well. Today we are talking about mental health, because this is becoming quite apparent as we are sort of in lockdown for quite a while. Whether you actually understand that there may be some mental health considerations in the family, you're probably already seeing that there is a direct repercussion on the dynamics of the whole family. Even if you don't sort of have a recognized mental health situation, you might already be finding that if a child has a list of work to do and they're not so enthusiastic or motivated on one area and spend all their time on the other, or spend all their time on the TV, and the parent isn't coping that well, this is really a dynamic that we are sort of we didn't think we had the tools to manage. So what we want to do is learn a little bit about the yoga perspective on the mind. The yogis believe that our mind is like a monkey that's jumping around all the time. And what yoga tries to do is tries to stop the mind from moving. The yogis believe that yoga trains the monkey to sit on a chair or to sit down and not move. So if you can imagine that, our mind that jumps all over the place, we have to train it to slow down. And when we train it to slow down, we are not completely involved in the day-to-day problems and issues. We take a step back and we observe them. So the practice today is all about taking that step back. And the first way we're going to do it, I've mentioned it at a few other classes, we put this 45 minutes in brackets. This is outside the daily life. If you think about it, so you've got a super noisy house. I mean, hopefully you might even have luckily you might even have a quiet space to do your yoga, but it might be in the living room with a kitchen with a TV on. But I want you to imagine in a noisy room, there is one room, and it's beautiful and it's pristine and it's clean. It doesn't have any amazing luxuries. It's simple. It's either got your simple mat or your simple cushion. And you know that when you come into that room, even if it's a mental room, everything outside cannot get in. On either wall, on the ceiling, on the floor, nothing can get into that room. And we want to pretend that your mind is like this room right now for these 45 minutes. It's hard enough to do for 45 minutes, but when you master it, it then gives you the tools to be able to do it for longer and longer periods of time. So this is the theory of yoga stealing the mind. Today we are going to need, we're going to do some challenges. There's nothing better to steal the mind than doing some hard yoga. We're going to use some challenges. If you're lucky enough to have yoga blocks, you're going to need yoga blocks, because we'll be learning how to jump through from a downward dog and onto our bottom. Okay. So if you don't have yoga blocks, all sorts of different types of levels of books come into practice. My husband's got a very nerdy textbook and a very nerdy computer book. They are the same size. So I could use these to do my practice. And then we might need a few different levels. So you might want to stop the video in a few moments. See, these are very thick books. And these are the same size medium books. Well, not really, one's bigger than the other, but it's okay. So if you can get a couple of books, we're going to learn a couple of new little tricks. And of course, if you've got yoga blocks, it's the best way to go. So because we are working on stilling the mind, I'd like you to lie down for a moment. Relax. It's been a big day. It's been a big day. So just close your eyes. One hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Or if you're doing this in the morning, take the perspective that this is your way to center yourself and ground yourself and have some time just for you, so that at the end of the practice you can deal with everything that's going on at the end of the day, for the rest of the day in a better way. Whichever side of the day you're doing this practice on, I want you to take your gentle breaths in. Now lengthen the breath about 8 or 9 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as you exhale. Inhale gently. Exhale 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going in your own time. Maybe increasing the exhale to 10 counts. Maybe 12. And the exhale is that idea of letting everything go. Now, while you are lying down and observing the breath, I want you to observe the mind. This is so hard to do at the beginning because you're involved in your mind. But if you could, try to take a step back and watch the thoughts arise. What are they? Are they positive? Are they negative? Are you remembering something you need to do? Whatever it is, observe it mentally. Don't take any heart to it. Don't get up and have to write it down or complete something. It's all going to be there at the end. And then try to feel like you're exhaling every thought out of your mind. Maybe even gently imagine yourself blowing the thought away, clearing the space. And last, gentle breath in. And long, deep breath all the way out while you're still lying down. Give yourself a big stretch, wiggle around, do what you need. Circulate your ankles and your wrists. Wiggle your fingers and toes and hug the knees in. So rocking left to right. And then from here, just drop your knees to one side, look out to the other, it doesn't matter which way. Soften the breath. And then come back to center and come to the other side. Soften the breath. Okay, from here, we'll rock back and we'll rock up. And then rock back and then rock up. Remember, as I always say, I'm not there to moderate you or see what you're doing. So please make sure you do this safely. If you're on a hard ground, maybe use a towel if you know you're stiff in the neck and shoulders. Otherwise, curling back slowly, bend the knees, and then up to a tuck. Curl back, and then keep the feet over the head. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now rolling, everyone's favorite core pose, boat pose, straight spine. Can have bent knees, but otherwise straighten the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now last one. 10 counts, feet behind the head. You can bend your knees, but slow the breath down. Massage the neck. Staying there. Stay there a little bit longer. 8 more breaths. If you've been on a computer all day, if you've got a lot on your mind, it all coagulates around the shoulders and neck. Stay in this posture another 5 or 6 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take a gentle breath in. And a deep long breath all the way out and rock. You're still in your shoulder stand, sorry. And you're going to rock all the way up into your boat pose. Let's say 10 breaths. 1. It can only be good for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, higher, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Let's go to our beginning sequence. Let's bring the arm out. So we've been doing yoga for 4 dates now, haven't we? So I've been teaching some basic vinyasa and we are going to progress to the next level. So if this is the first video you're doing, it could be better to go to video 1, 2, and 3. They work on mindfulness, the idea of making mistakes, cooperation and concentration, just floating down to each side. Okay, now from here, extend your, it's my left leg, is your right leg out. And let's do our side stretch. So in yoga, a vinyasa is a flowing sequence. When I teach yoga, and I can't see you here, I not only focus on the postures, I focus, coming to the next pose, on the graceful transitions between the poses. Opening up, open the hip up and open the back. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. Now even here, gracefully coming back and looking out towards the extended leg. You can bend your knee and just fold forward. 5, 4, keep bending. 3, you can straighten the leg if you like. 2, and 1. Now coming all the way up and lifting. Let's straighten the leg and grab the foot and arc the back. Good. Extend the leg out. My little yoga partners come and join me. We've got a little bit of time before we get to the partner stuff. So I'm over their head because there's no partner stuff. Good. And then from here, let's come to the other side. Do you want to join me? Okay. So coming and sitting down. Left leg in and right leg out. She's already done a yoga practice today. But it was full of fun and games for 5-year-olds. 1, 2, opening up. 3, 4, 5. And then the hand comes out and we flip open. Push the hip forward. 2, spread your fingers. Now that you're getting more experience in the pose, start to work on the details. Can overlook here. Spread the fingers out. We're not doing ballet anymore. Yoga is very different. Okay, and coming back and then floating forwards. 1, 2, 3. Flex the foot. 4. Just getting stretch here. 5. And then coming open. And then lift the leg up. You've got to balance on that little tiny little shin of your Saraya. Bend the knee if you can. And grab a hold of the foot. Or you can stay in your easier version. It's okay, you can keep the leg out. We'll give it a go. Good. 3. I just feel like pulling that leg back. 2, 1. Now coming into our gate pose. And over the head. Good. 3, 2, 1. Now let's work on our shoulders. So do you want to work on this mat? I might get myself another mat. These amazing, beautiful mats are from my friend Gemma at Zoo, another Aussie woman who has created beautiful, beautiful yoga things. So let's come into happy puppy. So come into cat and then bring your arms out on that. Bottom up and stretch. Yep. So if you can get your chin, look forward if you can. And chest. If you're tight, you might need to have your forehead on the ground, yeah? Otherwise, sticking your bottom in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming into cobra pose. Okay, and then try not to collapse your shoulders. Squeeze your bottom. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then downward dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Close your eyes, slow the breath down. 3, stay there. You know I'm going to adjust you, don't you? And 4, 5. Now look between the hands, hands flat. And walk or jump your feet forward. Good. And head down. And come all the way up to standing. Now we've got our 5 salutes, don't we? And we're going to add some poses. Arms up on the inhale. And palms down as you exhale. Jump back to plank. And push down. snake or upward dog. And then exhale, downward dog, 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now jump forward. Head down. All the way up. Inhale. And then hands to prayer. Exhale. Soraya's going to do the next one. I'm going to talk it through. Arms up. So look at this. She's going to keep her hands aware, every part of her body. Hands down by her feet. Jump back to plank. Let's stop in the plank. Let's look. You want your upper back a little higher than your lower back. Good. And legs strong. Exhale. Pushing down. You forgot a bit. Push it down. And snake pose. Good. Now, can you bring your knees back? Could you bend one foot in? Some kids can do this for a little while longer. At some point we lose it. Not everybody loses it. Okay, other side. Good. And back. It's not compulsory. There she goes. This is your happy seal or happy 9-year-old. Exhale, downward facing dog. And good. Well, she doesn't bend forwards. She definitely bends backwards. I'm the other way around. I bend forwards. I don't bend backwards. Okay, jumping forward. Exhale, head down. And coming all the way up. Inhale. And hands to prayer. Exhale. Now do one on your own. Off you go. Okay, so before we do the next vinyasa, let's remember a pose, dragon lunge. Keep your right leg forward, left leg back, sink your right knee forward and raise your arms. Okay, now from here, come to downward dog and then just bring the left leg forward and right leg back. And coming up. Sink forward. Don't overbend. If you overbend, you'll lose your stability. Okay, and then come to the top of the mat and mountain pose. So we are going to put this into our salutes. Okay, facing the mirror, window, sorry. Arms up and then hands down. And jump back and push down. Snake or cobra, inhale or upward dog and downward facing dog. So, which one is your right leg? Soraya, which one? No, we are actually going to bring our right leg in the air behind you. We will come to dragon in a moment. Good. Point your toe up and bounce the leg. Okay, hold on. See how she's doing this? We want to try and lift the hip up and get stronger in that left leg. Good. Then bring your right foot forward. Left knee grabs. Good. Sink the hips forward. Now dragon lunge. And if you feel like it, maybe if you're in that special room on your own, you can do a dragon breath. Inhale. That gets rid of any tension out of your mind. One more. Inhale. Hands down and downward dog. Exhale. Left leg is going to lift all the way up in the air. Point the toe. Good. Try not to collapse your right hip. So hold on. You stay there, stay there, stay there. You got to start to get stronger there, little person. Whoa, it's a lot of stiffness there. Bring your left foot forward. Right knee grounds. It's called muscle isolation. Try to lift one leg up without collapsing into the other side. Ballerinas do it with their bar work a lot. Okay, and forward. 3. Are we going to do dragon's breath? Arms straighter. One more. And downward facing dog. Good. Now move to plank and push down. Up dog. And downward dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now look between the hands. Glue your legs together. Can you bunny hop? And down. Can you bunny hop again? Whoa, whoa. Okay. And I got caught at the wall. Okay, good. Wow. Okay, one more. Squeeze. And then Uttanasana, forward bend at the top of the mat, which is all the way down the other end. Head down and come up and down. So let's test you on your poses. Yep. Warrior 2. Good. Now, graceful transition to warrior 1. Good. Yeah, so my idea of these vinyasas quite simple movements between the two poses. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Don't have to go too far down. Warrior two. Side angle pose. Good. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Good. Okay, back to the center. She's a little wobbly. We've got to get a bit more stable. Put your left foot all the way out. Put your right toes in. Now bend this knee to warrior two. Warrior one. I'm going to trick you. Triangle. Other way. Thank you. Okay, remember my motto. Think before you move, don't move before you think. I can always tell. Warrior two. Side ankle pose. Other way. No ballet. Fingers up. Reverse the warrior. Keep this knee bent. So she's going to think about her top body, but also think about the bottom body. Okay. So from here, come to mountain pose at the top of your mat. We are going to do the full sequence. Arms up, inhale. Palms down, exhale. Jump back to plank. Hand push down. Upward dog. And downward dog. Stay here. Don't do a thing yet. Right leg lifts. Point your toe up. Good. Warrior one. Right foot forward. Left foot grounds. Warrior one. Okay, warrior two. Keep the knee bent. Reverse the warrior. Side ankle pose. Reverse the triangle. Triangle pose. 3 breaths. 2, 1. Now look to the window. Warrior one. Hands down. And downward dog. Okay, now Saraya, you're going to stay there. I'm going to turn around so I can face, but you can face me. Lift your left leg in the air. Warrior one, left foot forward. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Think about which direction you're going. Keep that left knee bent. That one over there. Side angle pose. Reverse the triangle. Triangle pose. That way, yeah. And then hands down and downward dog. Don't get lost. And plank. And push down. Up dog. Downward dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look between the hands. We are going to jump to a squat. We're going to jump to a squat. I'll face this way as well. Because in I think it was our 2nd or 3rd week, we learnt the crow. Okay, so from here, we're going to try the crow. Remember that idea of the crow? If you needed a bolster underneath. So Saraya, can you show the crow? Or do you want to show it with a bolster? Okay, I will show the crow and Saraya will show it with a bolster underneath her face so she can give you an alternative. So here is my crow and I'm going to lift and pull my tummy in and try and get my heels higher. And she is going to correct this a little bit. You see, the reason why she keeps on getting scared of knocking her nose in the ground is because she's got her head so far down. Now, head up. Now when you bring your head up, don't bring your... Okay, go a little bit further back, away from the bolster. Okay, your elbows have to be over there, that's it. Head up. Good. There's your point. Okay, try again, and I'm going to do something fun. So this is something fun you can do with your kids doing crow. Okay, hold, and woo, don't kick my head. Okay, squeeze your legs. Squeeze your legs. Okay, point your toes. Good. Straddle. Straddle, straddle, point your toes. Man, you really can't straighten those legs, can you? Whose kid are you? Your dad's. Okay, and then go. Okay, from here. Let's do cat-cow to release the back. Come onto the crown of the head. Tuck your chin in and interlace your fingers. What's this pose called?
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Well done.
For Easter.
Perfect. Now, we have a challenge today. I'm going to demonstrate it on this mat. I don't know if Soraya's done them with me. So, if you do have your yoga blocks, can I use the mat for a moment? And can you go over there, Donna? Okay. It's called the jump through. So if you've got yoga blocks that are quite sturdy, these are the best because I can have my hands quite high. I'm going to look at the floor area right in front and I'm going to sort of aim to get myself there. Can you give that a go? So what you could also do, and I'm going to get you to try that and then I'm going to get you to try the books. We've got all Daddy's boring books. Okay, come to downward dog. Look now, here are some things to watch out for. Strengthen there. Find that spot there. And I always visualize myself doing it first. So off you go. Good. Okay. Now, try again. Try not to touch the ground at all. Did you not touch the ground at all?
Kinda.
So I'll show you. Can I have a demonstration? Just move over there a little bit so I can demonstrate here. Just be very careful, especially if you're on a wooden floor, not to stub your toe along the way. Can you promise me that?
Try to keep it up.
Yeah, so you got to squeeze your belly in, and I've got to pull myself up with my hands. I've got to push the blocks and lift up, and my neck is strong. Whoa. Can you try that one with your legs kind of flying up in the air? Okay. So you might be using your books by now. Okay, strong neck and shoulders. See if you can stay, don't just land, drop on your bottom. Yeah, okay, so Soraya's ready to go down a level. So can I demonstrate? Move over there a little bit, over there. Okay, so I'm going to move down a layer. So if you've got two thick academic books that you've been using, or your dad's boring books, the next one you use are two medium level books. So we come to our downward dog. We strengthen our neck and we see if we can jump through. One little trick you could try and do, let's see how strong we can get. I'm feeling everything work here and everything work here. You want to give it a go? Good. Okay, so her toe kind of stubbed the ground, so she's got to do it again until she is floating. You only know you're going to the next level when you're floating. Okay, can I give you another one to try that might help? Instead of just trying to get the legs straight all the way through, because your legs are quite long. Cross your legs through, maybe. Let's see if you can tuck. Yay! The last, okay, you know what, Soraya, I don't know, I'm going to try this first just to see that you don't fall. I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to move these out of the way and replace it with lower books. So just get lower and lower and lower. But so
until you hit the floor.
Until you hit the floor.
And then you can do it.
Okay. Okay.
The different sizes.
Yeah, one's bigger than the other. Okay. Off you go. You're going to be a bit wonky. Now downward dog. Good.
Let's try that again.
Hands flat. Okay, hands flat on the books as well, or are you trying to keep them stable for not? Well, there's your level. That's where you get to practice. You can work on going flat on the ground, and eventually there are all sorts of variations. I'll show you something cool. I'll see if I can do it. Hold on. Look at this. Did you see it, or were you reading a book? Okay, so now it's time for a little bit of partner stretches. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do instead of partner stretches today. because you might be doing this class on your own. I'm going to give you, and the theme today is dealing with the mental health. We're going to give you a yin posture. The yin poses are quite challenging. They take a little while. So Soraya, I'm going to stretch all the parts of her body. She's not amazingly comfortable stretching. She is going to sit on a pillow and come into straddle. Okay, so come into straddle. Legs out wide. And then see how she bends back in order to, okay, legs out wide. Sit all the way up and hug the knee, hug the pillow going forward. Okay, now.
I need two.
Okay, we'll get you two, but now is a time for relaxing. Oops. Okay, there. Are you comfy? That's too much, I reckon. Okay, how about
Maybe
this?
like that pillow there.
Okay, just a pillow that we sleep on. The bedroom is full of yoga equipment, so close your eyes. I'm actually going to turn the lights down a little bit. So now, if you've got the luxury of having a parent there, today what we might work on is a little bit of a massage. So we're going to be in this posture for a little while. Close your eyes, keep your head down. And for the children or for the people who are in the pose, a little bit about yin. Stretch your legs out more. We're going to get through these tight hammies, tight hips. Every time you lift your head up, it's like you're going backwards a little bit. So there are layers of tension in the body. Soraya is going through her very, very, very tight muscles. But what's beneath these muscles, once she gets through the tight muscles, are pretty tight ligaments and connective tissue. So she's got to spend a bit of time getting comfortable, and it is taking her a while. Any point in time, Soraya, as you start to flop heavily onto the white pillow, you could take the white pillow away, try and keep it. But if it's still very, very challenging, just keep the white pillow. Now close your eyes. So you can either be massaging your child if they've had a very full-on day, or you could be right next to them enjoying the stretch. Using every pillow in the house if you need. Relax your mind. Relax your heart. And once again, go back to the breathing we did at the beginning, inhaling a few counts. Then maybe exhaling for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, try not to fidget, 6, 7, 8, inhaling, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we start to learn that the body and mind are completely connected. When we have tension in the mind, we have tension in the body. And these poses that we hold for a long time, we get the opportunity to get rid of deep-seated mental and physical and emotional tension. So here I'm spreading her shoulder blade on her left side away from her bottom on her right side. I'm giving space, stretching this whole side, and then the other side. And still keeping on massaging her neck, which always has loads of tension. And eventually the ligaments soften and loosen. But it's these experiences that teach you about stillness of the mind. So I'm going to keep you in the pose quietly for a few more moments. I'll fall asleep too. You're my yoga equipment. 10 more breaths. Yeah, my 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
Okay, and slowly coming up. Well done. Well done. Okay, so we digress a little bit. Okay. So today we might do another relaxation stretch and then a little bit of a strong one. So why don't you come into plow pose? Do you know when you're going to do plow pose today? Why don't we use this pillow? Can I show you how to do it so that it's soft on your neck? Okay, this my teacher used to make me do it. Head on the ground, but the shoulders on the pillow. So it's a bit of a massage for your neck.
But what if you can't touch it, you can use like a little pillow or ball stuff.
Yes, behind you, if your feet can't touch the ground behind. So, yeah. Okay.
I might need it to be a bit closer.
Closer. Close your eyes. Chin in. Whoa. So being upside down is great. So come into your shoulder stand first, if you can. Can you lift your legs up? Come, shuffle your elbows in. Squeeze your legs together. So yeah, being upside down is amazing for your mental, stimulating the mind, just getting the juices flowing. In fact, if you are stuck on an idea or you're trying to think of something and you can't work it out, trying to solve a problem, one of the best ways to just get everything moving and everything stimulated is this one. So you can either stay in your shoulder stand or you can stay in your handstand, whatever it is, whatever you're safer with. I also teach headstands, but I don't teach them on videos because I'm not sure if people are going to be safe. But if you know you can do a headstand, if you're an adult, by all means do one. Take about another 10 breaths, whatever it is. Be as upside down for as long as you can. Stay there. Now you can bring your feet behind the head. This one likes the relaxing parts of yoga. Okay, so keep your bottom of your head. 5 more breaths. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now support your back and come back into your shoulder stand. And now dropping, hold your back and drop into a back bend. Good. Okay. We'll have to learn that technique. Okay, and we'll neaten the back bend up. Let's do a more mindful one. Let's come down. Okay. So, bring your feet down. Bend your knee. You know how to do it. And I want your arms neat. Not all over the place. Hands under the shoulders. No, this one's still out. Okay, we have been doing yoga together for a while. We're going to start to fine tune and correct the form. Good, good. And 5. She has to start to use her legs more to open up the shoulders. 4. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Soraya, just drop down onto the crown of the head. No, don't give up. And push back up into back bend. 1, 2. Don't give up. 3, 4. I feel I'm doing the whole thing. 5. Okay. If you can do a few more, give them a go. Okay. How about I demonstrate? I don't have as deep a back bend as her, but I'm stronger than her. So here is something to work towards, okay? And I'm not warmed up, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going until you are absolutely exhausted. Okay, so you've done 2. Your journey now is to work towards 3. You don't have to do it tonight. No. So let's do a twist. Why don't we sit about near the wall? Let's sit near the wall, as long as you can reach the wall. Okay, these are great twists. Okay, sit up straight. Bring one leg over the other. No, the other one. And the other one underneath. This is the pretzel pose or Lord of the Fishes. Yeah. Raise the right arm and hug the left knee. And bring the left hand to the wall. So look towards the wall. Look behind you. Okay. Now here is my adjustment for you. Okay. With my knee, with everything. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Keep breathing. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Whoa. You are a little pretzel. Okay, you okay?
Am I yummy?
You are delicious. Okay, now come to the other side. Extend the leg long. This one's going to come over. And this one's going to go under. Now, yep, other way. Now here's a little bit more detail. This foot needs to press down on the ground. Now look behind. You're too wobbly. Just sit upright. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Now lie down and relax. Close your eyes. And you're not very good at closing your eyes. And I'd like you to make a wish. Whatever you wish for when you relax comes true. It's true. And I'd like you to visualize a beautiful white light shining above you and shining over you. It lights up and warms your skin. Imagine it warming you from head to toe. It lights and warms inside you, through your brain, through your eyes and your cheeks and your mouth and your throat and your chest and heart and lungs, through your belly, into your legs, into your knees, into your feet. Everything relaxes. Full of light through you, inside you, around you. And this light is strong. This light has the power to clean you of thoughts that don't serve you, of injuries and pain that prevent you from achieving movement that you like, or helping you move freely. This light eliminates stomach aches and nervous and anxiety issues. Just visualize this sharp, strong light entering their body and going directly into the areas in your body that need healing. Slow the breath down. Feel like you can float high in the sky. To anywhere you want on earth. Anywhere that makes you feel happy. And you're a shining light. And imagine yourself there for 10 breaths as you relax deeper and deeper and count backwards from 10 with the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can either stay lying down or you can come to seated. Either comfortable seat or lotus pose. For the last few breaths, spine straight. Did you know, fun fact, the yogis created certain systems of yoga, like Ashtanga and Mysore yoga, to train boys to be able to sit in lotus all day and study. So it was a very rigorous system and it made everything open. Your hips, the knees, made your posture great. Our family's here. So before we get completely interrupted, we will say goodbye.
Bye.
Namaste. We will sing one Om Shanti 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 together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.